Everybody.
Yes, good evening, everybody. Exactly.
So we're a little early. I said we'd be back at 6. It's 7 minutes of, but we're hungry, so we decided we would get some stuff out.
Exactly.
I think we got everything out of our refrigerator and put it here on the counter. So you want to go ahead and tell people what's out here and what you're going to do with it?
Sure. What I'm having tonight is, Robin cooked last weekend, and I feel it's my duty to eat the stuff she cooked. So
which is actually a hard job because it turned out horrible.
It's not as bad as she makes it seem. Some of the stuff I think is actually very good.
No.
So I'm taking the mashed potatoes that she made, and I'm starting with that as my base.
Mashed potatoes are okay.
I'm going to take the gravy that she made, which she does not like, but I think actually it tastes even better today than it did when she made it. And I'm going to mix that with the broccoli soup that she made. Which is also horrible. And I'm going to put that into a bowl. I'm probably going to throw some chickpeas in it, and I'm going to use some wheat tortillas.
He likes to call them fajita bread. I'm like, it's tortilla.
But that's what I make with them.
So that's his plan. There's one piece, and I already cut it up and microwaved it. But this is the lasagna, the sweet potato lasagna that I made over the weekend. That's really good. It turned out really, really well. So that recipe and pictures of it before it was all mushed up on my plate are on the R&R Journey page. So if you want to see that, pop over there. And there's some rice here, and there's some peas over there. And I have out the kale and the spinach, so I'll probably just throw together a little salad to go with that. Right. And that's what I plan on eating today.
Yeah, sounds yummy.
So I think it's going to be good. I hope so. I've been hungry since I got out of bed.
Yeah,
so that's
she started out hungry today.
Started out hungry today, so it was a tough fasting day. How was it for you, fasting-wise?
That wasn't a problem. I didn't really think about food at all today.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm cold too. Could you guys tell I'm cold?
Yes.
How was your workout?
I had a good workout today.
Yeah.
I did shoulders and triceps.
Okay.
Once I got past that 15 minutes of talking to people when I got in the gym this morning, which set me back a little bit, I did a blitz of supersetting a whole bunch of different things to get the workout in. So it was successful.
I did cardio today, and I was watching him over there and talking to somebody, and I'm looking at the time on my bike going, really? He's never going to be finished.
She's clocking it. I'm sure she said, I know we have to be out of here by a certain time.
I want to be done.
Yes, so he better get his butt over there and start working out.
So he did. So yeah, I did cardio today, which I did not do any of last week, so it was good. I did some of the regular espresso bike that I typically ride, and then I also did the recumbent bike for a little while because my back had started to bother me on the espresso.
Right. And I did do my 10-minute workout,
your cardio
blitz thing in the beginning, yes.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. So, yeah, that's our meal, and that's what we did in the gym. I wanted to talk to you guys. I know for the last few days we've really heavily talked about here are some ways you can give up meat. And I know some people have been commenting who know more about the vegan lifestyle than I do because I'm whole food plant-based. And one person said there's a thing out there where you do vegan before 6 p.m. So all your meals and snacks are
plant-based.
Plant-based. Well, I would rather they be whole food plant-based, but whatever, before 6, and then you eat what you want for dinner. So that's one way. We talked about doing one meal first off with no animal products. Yeah. And then someone else recommended that you just cut back the amount of animal product you have and increase your vegetables. And we talked about how it may not be that the meat is bad for you so much as it is that eating so much meat pushes the vegetables out, and not having the vegetables and the fruit is bad for you.
Yes.
But then I was yesterday I was reading and I was thinking about it. There are other ways that can move you more toward healthy than just giving up meat, because I know for a lot of people that's a real stretch, and there's a whole cultural, psychological reason. We've talked about that before. So I thought, well, what if rather than asking people, hey, go whole food plant-based, give up meat, give up animal products, give up everything. Right. What if I suggested instead you give up processed food?
Right.
Because I think if you were able to give up processed food, that would move you much closer to being healthy than whole food plant-based.
Right, and it's like I forget his name right now. The gentleman talks about in the documentary In Defense of Food.
Michael Pollan.
Pollan, I think you got it. He talks about how when you go to the supermarket, only shop on the fringes. And that
does include the meat.
That includes the meat department. He does say stay away from the cold cuts, even though that's on the fringe.
Yeah, don't eat those.
Yeah, that's pure processed food. So,
yeah.
But sure, that's a good documentary for not being plant-based, but for eating good quality food. It's again a documentary in defense of food. All your avocados giving you a hard time.
It doesn't want to come out.
So yeah, that's a good place to start.
I think what kind of things do we eat that aren't on the edge of the grocery store? There's spices, because those tend to be in the middle.
Right.
The whole wheat pasta.
The whole wheat
Is in the
pasta.
middle.
Yeah.
Dry beans. We get the dried beans are in the middle.
Correct. Yeah.
But what
I'm
else
trying to
is
think
there?
of what else.
Most everything we buy is in the produce department.
Yes, mostly everything is buy. I mean, like, so we'll buy, if we can find organic tomato sauce, I'll pick that up.
Yeah, that's in the middle. Yeah.
You know, and I always read ingredients like the one we get now has absolutely not even sugar in it. It's awesome.
Which is great. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a war with this avocado. I
Yes,
can
I
already
can see
tell
that.
it's not gonna be good.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's all bad.
Oh well.
But yeah, I think if you guys could move toward not having processed food, and first, I guess the first thing you have to do in your diet, if you're going to eliminate processed food, is start identifying what in your diet is processed.
Right.
So we have the tortillas; those are processed. We
Right.
choose to keep
Even
them.
though these are organic,
They're organic, but they're processed.
Right.
Bread, certain amount of process there. That's something we do still do. I tried to make my own. I've been failing.
Yeah, we're working on it. That's work in progress.
We are working on it.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I'm here cheering you on.
Yeah, you eat it and say
I'm
that's
going,
terrible.
Go bread, go bread, go bread.
No,
No?
you don't.
Very strange.
But that's processed. We have pretzels.
We do.
Organic,
and the
but
pretzels
still.
have sugar in it, which is a little disappointing, but
Yeah.
I'm still trying to find a workaround for that.
Right. And sometimes we have tortilla chips in the house,
Yeah.
which are processed. So we do make choices as to what's right for us. So I guess I would like to encourage you to look at your regular food
Right.
intake
Right.
and look at how much meat is there, how much vegetable is there, how much of it is processed food, and what does that look like? And can it be minimally processed? So we have frozen fruit. That's processed, it's frozen, but that's all that's done to it is it's frozen.
Right, exactly.
So, we make that choice.
Yeah, and I think what it comes down to is getting in the habit of reading labels,
Yeah.
right? I mean, as I said before, if the list of ingredients on a product you're about to buy is longer than a tome,
Yeah, I think in defense of food, he says if it has more than 5 ingredients,
Right.
don't eat it.
don't eat it.
We like ones with 1 ingredient.
That's preferably what
We
we try
found
to
the
do.
most awesome figs at
Right.
Costco. Did you show them?
I didn't. Oh yeah, she'll show you the figs. I'm gonna pull out the tomato sauce just so I can read the ingredients.
So they have these new figs at Costco. Oh, is it going to show? It's too shiny. There you go. And they're wet. They're not completely dried out, and they are so good. Oh my goodness. Oh, he has to go get his glasses. He can't read you the instructions.
They are yummy. They are beyond good.
These figs, they are.
Yes.
They're really good.
So, age showing. So let's read the ingredients on this.
Turn it toward the light.
Yes, let's find it. Oh, here we go. So the ingredients are vine ripened tomatoes, olive oil, fresh garlic, basil, spices, salt, and citric acid. That's the entire ingredients. Here's the label, and I bet you can't guess where we get it from. But we're going to go ahead and tell you anyhow. We get it from Costco.
Yep, that's where they have that one.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how we do it. We choose and like these are processed, but all that's in here is figs. That's
Right,
it, and they're a little bit dried. And I'm probably going to have some, and they're organic and non-GMO.
She's probably going to have some. Did you catch that part?
because I got them out now.
Yes, now you have to.
Now I
have
have to
it.
have
I
them.
agree.
So Russ is doing me a favor. He's eating the food I made, even though it's terrible. I really think it should go in the compost.
No, we'll eat it. We're
No,
good.
you'll eat it. I'm
I'll
not
eat
eating
it.
that crap.
It's good.
terrible.
It's not as bad as she says it
It
is.
has too much sage in it, so it's really heavy, earthy tasting.
I think you're probably more sensitive to that than I am.
You think so?
I think so,
It's
yeah.
because you burn it all off with hot sauce.
Well, not
Your
that
taste
I
buds
am
don't
adding
exist.
Tabasco sauce, by the way, is another processed food that I do
He
include
does enjoy it.
in a lot of my meals.
A lot of his. So I can make things pretty bad, and he just covers it in hot sauce.
Yeah,
eats
that's
it
what I
anyway. So I'm thinking this weekend that I'm going to probably make some bean or some similar
Right?
burgers.
Yes.
And so I have a video, I think it's from like Tasty Vegetarian or something, that has 6 or 8 burgers on it. So I'll post that on the R&R Journey page in the next day or so.
Right.
And if there's one on there that you're like, oh my God, make this one, let me know, and I'll try and
We'll try
pick
it,
one
yeah.
that you guys would like to see me make.
It's funny, I kept saying, we'll try it.
Yeah, he'll eat it. I'll make it.
Some ways there, that's my part.
So that's my goal for this weekend, is to try and make some vegan burgers.
Right.
So I
I'm
doubt they'll
excited.
taste like meat, but they'll probably be really yummy anyway.
I'm
And I'll
excited.
have a reason to eat the pickles I have. I have like 3 jars of pickles, and I don't even know why.
We'll have to find some organic hamburger rolls. Or
Something, yeah. Because that'll be
to go
yummy.
with that.
So
That's very
if you
good.
guys have questions about what we have here or any of this, I have not posted the recipes or the picture of the gravy or the soup because I think it's horrible. But if you'd like to see that, let me know, and I can post it. I did take a picture. It's just, don't make that. But thank you for your comments and your likes and the emails that you've been sending.
Right.
I asked about should we talk to people about their diets, and I got some emails in response to that. So we'll have to do a talk about the emails we've gotten, what people think. Mostly people say no, leave other people alone.
Leave well enough alone.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So if you have questions or comments or concerns or things you want us to look at, let us know. Please do like the R&R Journey page, as that's where I do post all of this stuff. I just do the lives here on my personal page because Facebook shows them to more people that way.
Right.
But if you're looking for any of the other stuff we talk about, the articles, and I do post articles we find and all kinds of stuff, those are on the R&R Journey page.
Yep.
So, did you have anything else you wanted to add?
I don't.
I'm ready to eat. I am so hungry.
Yep, time to feast.
And my stuff is warm, so I'm ready to go. So you're gonna say goodbye?
I am. And with that, we will say, eat food, not too much, mostly plants. Have a great night,
guys. We'll see you in the morning.